Technology and Education Today. I'm Richard Smith.
And I'm Caroline Crawford, and we are coming to you from the University of Houston Clear Lake in Houston, Texas, USA. And today's topic, we're talking about the personality types of instructors and what type of learning environment the instructor may find most apropos towards supporting their personalities. Whether we're talking about face-to-face or hybrid type environments or online environments, it all depends.
So what type of personalities do we have?
Well, we have so many types of personalities for instructors. Just like in society, everyone is different. Everyone has different personality types. We have the very introverted, we have very extroverted. It all depends.
And this differs from learning styles, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, boy, learning styles.
Well, the instructor has all different types of learning theoretical beliefs, philosophical belief systems. Sure. But I'm talking about the way people present themselves.
So if you're an extrovert, or I'm an extrovert.
Yes, because I'm not.
Then I have a certain way of teaching.
One might imagine. Okay. In what environment are you most comfortable instructing?
Face-to-face.
Okay. I am deathly afraid of face-to-face. It makes me physically ill. I'm much more comfortable within an online environment and will work harder within an online environment to develop the whole learning community environment because I am so introverted that I'm much more comfortable as a wallflower, and I can be much more proactive within an online environment or even a hybrid environment where the emotional stress and pressure is lessened on me because I don't see people every single week.
Okay, so you're an introvert. On the other hand, your students don't seem to think that you are very introverted.
Isn't that interesting? I'm always so interested in that.
So,
probably because it's so emotionally overwhelming to me to spend the time and effort to seem as to be an extrovert.
Your face-to-face students don't see you as an introvert, but
that's what we're told.
Yes.
That's the feedback received.
And that's true. And so you might be effective as a face-to-face instructor, as an introvert.
But it's emotionally exhausting.
And so there might be a better way for you to teach because we have all this great electronic technology at our...
Or at least a more comfortable way in which to instruct. I love seeing the people in the courses, and I don't know why, because I am such a shy person, but I've always been drawn to teaching, probably because I'm something of a masochist. And
so you're an introvert and you're a masochist.
Thank you.
That's who we need.
I feel like we're in a counseling session.
That's who we need in our universities today. And you also train teachers. Very, very good.
But I want to do the best at whatever I try, and I suppose because I am quite the introvert, I'm trying to make myself a better person by trying to put myself out there.
So, okay.
But I'm much happier within an online environment. But you state that you're an extrovert and you're much more comfortable within a face-to-face environment. Totally
online, or might you be happier in a hybrid? And a hybrid course is one where some classes are online and the other classes are face-to-face, usually about a 50% mix. So might not that be
an option as well?
A good option for you because it gives you contact with the students.
Sure.
And it also gives you some relief in that every other class, let's say, is online.
Well, Richard, that's why I realized I adored technology so much when I was going through my doctoral studies. I knew I wanted to do something instructionally, but I had no idea how I was going to pull off being a face-to-face instructor, even though I was K-12 face-to-face instructor, how I was going to pull it off in front of a bunch of adults. But then for one of my technology courses, the instructor and I made a deal that I would teach her undergraduate courses, teach little mini teaching sessions with the technology that we were studying. And I realized when I first walked in, I can't do this. It's in this huge environment and all these people are staring at me. But then the lights went off. And I thought, oh, this is brilliant. I can do this.
I mean, somebody just turned the lights off just for laughs?
No, because we had the overhead presentation and it was all about the software and instructing using that software. So it wasn't about me any longer. It was about the information and the instruction that was occurring using the technology. And that's when I realized this is cool. This is something I can do successfully. So even in the face-to-face classes, I'm much more comfortable with the lights out.
Okay. So
how strange is that, right?
Weird.
An introvert.
That's why your class is always dark at the university.
Not because no one's in there, because we're working.
We have virtual students. Come on. So, okay, we have extroverts as teachers, possibly, just like any other organization. We have introverts. Are there any other types that I've missed? Because I did major in psychology when I was in college.
Oh, I'm sure there are plenty of other types, but it depends on who you are professionally as well. Just because I happen to be very much introverted in my personality type, I put myself out there and try to act like you do as an extrovert, engaging and working with the students. And I adore our students. They are awesome people, truly professionals. And I suppose that helps quite a bit become more of an extrovert, because they are such really neat people and great ideas and innovative and do so well in their professional careers, and they're coming back to school to enhance their professional careers, learning more.
Now, here's an interesting question, at least for me.
I like the people, which helps being an extrovert.
Who do you think become the school administrators? Is it introverts or extroverts?
That's really intriguing. I never thought about that before.
I wonder if anybody's done a study of that. Doctoral study.
Dissertation. Thesis, yay. It's a very interesting question, because as well, I have not seen any strong research that has occurred with professors or instructors who choose to teach face-to-face or choose to teach online.
You could get them to self-identify and then let's see.
And self-identify, are you introverted, extroverted? Do you feel that you're a mixture? And if so, what is your preference for instructional style? Face-to-face, hybrid type environment, online, otherwise?
Or, online instruction is becoming very, very sophisticated these days. And pretty soon, I think what's going to happen is that online instruction is going to become a combination of text, going to a variety of websites, and also having the possibility of doing a real-time face-to-face video conferencing where you can see your students and your students can see you and everybody can see each other.
And what about a virtual environment as well? I'd much rather be in a virtual environment than in a video conferencing environment. For the same reason.
Oh, I know, but because you're an extreme extrovert.
Introvert!
Introvert. Extrovert. I get all these big terms.
Big words, right?
Big words. But just in general, if you are an introvert and you are a little bit afraid of getting in front of people, yet you want to be a teacher, part of the solution could come in an online course which combines some face-to-face interaction via video conferencing, and the rest would be traditional, well, what has become now traditional online coursework, which is a combination of readings, going to websites, doing activities, working in groups, and so on and so forth.
And a lot of that has driven my research within the online learning environments, trying to figure out what type of communications occur within an online environment and how I could potentially enhance that, as well as what other types of communications are occurring within an online environment that don't include me, that also enhance the instruction that's going on. I forgot where I was going.
Well, isn't that unusual? So,
I'm sorry, but also the perceived and real interactions that go on within an online environment, the different types of interactive activities. Are they perceived interactions or are they actual interactions? Are you communicating back and forth in real time or even in a discussion board type environment? Is it that type of true interaction, or is it a perceived interaction like little movies that I like to integrate into my online courses where I have an audio underlay of me talking, kind of lecturing through a slideshow, but nobody ever sees me. So I consider that to be perceived. There's a perceived interaction, a perceived connection with the instructor, but I don't have to put myself out there as much.
Yeah, interesting.
Really messed up, right? But I find it so intriguing. What type of personalities? You don't really want to speak, do you?
No, what I did want to mention was that for a time, the company HP, the computer company, had a program that they called, I think it was called HP Gabble or something like that, which allowed discussions in video. So I could make a video of me making a point about something, and then just as you would have a written discussion comment, this would be my video discussion comment. Somebody could see it maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes, or 2 days later for that matter, and that person could make a video comment back to me.
But they still had time to think about it. You weren't in a real
Right.
environment where you had to respond.
It wasn't
directly.
instant response, and it had the advantage of being able to see the person that you were having the discussion with.
As well as you could see yourself. You
Yeah.
could see the video that you created before anyone else saw it, and if you didn't like it, you could delete it and start over.
You could redo it. So I think that would have been a very good technique or support for a person who
For
was
some kind of freak show like me.
for somebody who is introverted. Unfortunately, of course, HP decided to discontinue this service, which I was very disappointed because I had it integrated into one of my
courses as an innovation. It was very intriguing. It was very interesting.
And well, you have other opportunities now, but not quite as slick as that.
Well,
HP
and speed
Gavel
was still an issue when they were testing it.
Yeah. Well, guess what we've done?
Come to the end of our discussion?
Yes, we've run out of time.
Oh.
I know. So I'm Richard Smith. We are a production of the Instructional Technology Program of the School of Education of the University of Houston Clear Lake.
And I am Caroline Crawford. Have a wonderful day. Bye!